Advice from a geographer: read often, read a lot of books, read a variety of books. Go to cemeteries, lots of history and geography, honor, respect. Get out into the field, as I'm always telling you in these videos of mine. Here's Mount Garfield, I climbed that. Go to art institutes and art museums, lots of wonderful landscape and other paintings and sculptures in there. Go to a concert, interact with people, talk to the musicians. Go to some famous sculptures or monuments. Here is Colorado. Get out there in all kinds of different seasons. And coming up right here is a goldenrod field in Indiana. So get out into a variety of different landscapes. Don't think just because something's different from your own where you grew up that it's not interesting. It's fascinating. Lots of different variety on our planet. Go to some historical sites like this one and see how people lived. Go to some regular old small towns and see how people are living today in small towns, or maybe a place that's different from yours. Look at maps. Make maps. Use some geographic information systems. This is a famous map of karst. Well, it's not famous, but I love that map. Okay, here's a Dead Sea. Go to some famous places around the world. Lowest point on the surface of the earth. Give some presentations. Share your knowledge with others. Even if you have to get a little geeky at times, it's a good thing to do. Go to oceans. Go to seasides, beaches, etc. The Earth is a fascinating planet, and 71% of our planet is water. So get out there and explore it. Here's a historical castle in Spain that I visited. Go to some of those places and seep yourself in the history and culture. Go to some bridges and other architectural wonders. Get out there and on foot and on bicycle, as I did here in the Netherlands, and see the landscape that way. Don't always just take cars and buses and trains. Go to landscapes in different seasons, wintertime in Colorado, springtime in Colorado, and go to ordinary places. This is just a riparian zone next to an urban river, actually, is what it is. Talk to some students, give presentations, interact with students and faculty, share your knowledge with others, and also listen to them. Find out what they're interested in. See if you can help in some way. Give back to the community. Go to visit some interesting places like Flushing Meadows, New York, Ellen's Stardust Diner. Flushing Meadows, by the way, that is the World's Fair Globe. Get a big National Geographic map and lay on it, like I'm doing here. Experience some sunrises and sunsets. Get up early to see some of the sunrises. Get out there into an airplane and get a window seat. That's my advice as a geographer. Play some music. Here I am playing some Buddy Holly. What's not to love? Go to some of these points where states and countries were surveyed from. Here's Initial Point, Idaho, which is on the top of a volcanic plug. All of Idaho was surveyed from that point. Go to some historical museums like I did here in Quebec, Canada, write some books, spatial mathematics. What's not to love? Go to borders, like this border of Wisconsin where I'm saluting America's dairyland. Borders are fascinating. And also go hiking. Get out there on the landscape and all kinds of different terrain. And here's a nice sunset from a mountain peak that I highly recommend doing. Getting out there on the landscape. Here's a landscape in Utah. And play Scrabble. Spell GIS like I did here. See if you can spell GIS. You probably won't get any points for it because it's really not allowed since it's an acronym. But hey, go to some other places that are unfamiliar to you, like I did here in Japan. Here's one of my favorite landscapes, Beachy Head in England. And use technology, but don't get too attached to it because someday it will become a doorstop. Hey, play with some kids. Interact with some kids. Give you great hope for the future. Find out what they're interested in. Interact with them. Show them that you're interested. Get out there. Here's Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. Oh, this is so great. Now, here's my favorite water, cinnamon orange peel water. So enjoy, respect, recycle, take care of the earth. That's my advice as a geographer. Thanks.